this is actually kind of expediting
everything's going to come back.
I agree.
because it kind of forces you to
Yeah.
pay attention locally, and locally is one of the only places that you can go.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, I think.
And locally is really all that matters, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
is, and I
yeah.
think that's what's going to happen generally, like you were saying,
Yeah.
right then at your hardest,
Yeah.
is that not just
It's not
because,
just
like,
sports, it's everything.
it's going to be like I actually had a goal this year that I'm only going to buy Christmas gifts for my whole family from a local business.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I told y'all that or not, but
Yeah, my
that's
wife did that too.
I'm going to see if I can do that, right? Like, so if I know I want to get them something, I'm going to see if I can find it from a local shop, mom and pop, somewhere, and not ever go into a big box.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think what I'm going to try to do in 2021, like kind of as a goal, is to do that with everything.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
when
very
I want
possible.
when I want hardware, I'm going to the hardware store down the street.
Yeah.
Because it's there. I might pay $3.
I mean, and there's also
Who
buying
gives a-
used.
who gives a
being-
crap?
Buying used is also. I mean,
Yeah.
used locally is what
Yeah.
I mean.
And I know this isn't really incentive, but one of my favorite things about going to that place is I've been going to that place so much now that they give me 10% off every time I go.
Yeah, see?
Because I'm a because I'm a constant customer.
Yes.
Lowe's would never do that.
No, it's like the thing, like I had a thing come up with.
Are we
with
talking
a,
about?
Yeah. In downtown, yeah.
Yeah, downtown here where we live.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a hardware store there. I don't know if you've ever
Oh
been
yeah,
there.
they sell pocket knives and stuff.
I don't
I
know,
think
they-
so.
they're
Yeah, yeah.
probably-
Yeah, like probably like case knives
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
They're like a dealer.
They got a
yeah.
lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's fine. Like
great
it's
place.
good.
That's actually an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
It is. You actually enjoy it. It's a
I'll walk in. Every time I walk in, they ask how they can help me, and there's some things I don't know, and they know where it is every
It's
time.
like our barber shop.
It's awesome.
I look forward
Yeah.
to going to the barber shop.
Yep.
Yep.
Same thing.
yeah, it's the same type of thing. Took my son this morning, to get a haircut.
It's an experience.
Yeah, and so like it's that way with. I'm gonna try to do that with more stuff.
Yeah.
Is I think we found out that legitimately we've experienced this. We've been sort of fortunate through this whole pandemic that we've been relatively undisturbed, relatively in our lives. I mean,
Yeah.
we have, but we're not locked down like you are in other places. We're not even like mask mandates and stuff. I mean, we have a statewide mask mandate, but like locally, there's not a lot of militant enforcement. Certainly,
Yeah.
no one getting arrested for it or cited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard
You
of
have
that.
to be a
Have
liberal
you?
business if you're going to give anybody trouble.
Yeah,
Usually,
but I don't see the
Yeah.
police doing anything.
No,
is what I'm
no.
saying.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't even think the cops would.
an individual
care.
business
Yeah.
might, and that's fine. That's their prerogative. But like I don't see anybody getting cited for
Yeah.
it, and that's really my point. And so we've been sort of relatively, and so it really shows you how important local relationship is. I had something this last week happen with sort of the side business I do, where I had an issue with the utility department, and there's just somebody I knew that worked there, and I called them, and they helped me out. They didn't shut down utilities at a place I needed them not to, and gave me a week to
Using too much power in your meth lab.
yeah, but yeah, exactly. But like they just like if I'd lived in even a bigger city like Birmingham, which is not a big metro city like that, like no chance that happens.
Yeah.
It's a
No.
big cog. You're just a cog in
Yeah.
the machine. There's no chance you can get somebody that'll just go, yeah, we'll put that off.
Yep.
For,
Really is survival of the fittest in the cities.
and so this is amazing. Like we live in an amazing place, for whatever criticism we want to give it. Like there are so many perks to this, and I think we need to do a better job of supporting it.
Totally agree.
And that's, I guess, the white pill of this whole thing is
Yeah.
I do think it's all going to turn local, and we're even seeing now, even with the Republic pretty much being dead now, like locality is going to matter even more because the Republic is dead. And I'm not even a conspiracy guy. Like, obviously, there was some funny stuff that happened with the election. It doesn't matter. I mean, Biden's going to win. It's fine.
Even your Tea Party people are saying at this point.
Yeah, and
like
it doesn't. I don't care. That's fine. I really don't care. Trump is not the great white hope. We've been critical of him plenty of times, and there's plenty of things like this vaccine that he's done wrong. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think he's to blame for what we're going to talk
for the
about
rush
today.
for the rush through. Yeah, but like you can't trust the election anymore for sure. Like nobody's going to trust it, which again I view as a good thing because everybody's going to think.
Which,
that,
to be clear, we didn't trust it before.
right,
So
right,
Yeah.
but now the masses don't.
One of the dozens of things we've correctly called this year.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you can't,
Gosh, it hurts to be right so much. By the way, I never got credit on my election prediction,
That's
which was
fair.
100% spot on.
It actually was.
it was not 100% spot on. I
was.
went back and listened to that. It was
I cut in, right?
75%. Yeah,
It was very
I'm saying the
vague.
cut
Okay.
in.
It was very
It was
vague.
yeah. It was a good prediction because it was vague enough to stay true. It was just like our COVID predictions,
Yeah.
which were basically saying things to the effect of "This will affect your life,"
It
which
won't
is
be
what
the
fortune
virus,
tellers
yeah.
do in order to never be wrong. But no, you did nail it pretty much. But anyway, the Republic is dead because nobody can watch the votes get counted. So it's dead, which is good by me. It was dead before, and now people are just seeing the body on the street. And so the locality of where you live is going to matter even more, which again I view as a good thing.
Strategic relocation probably needs to be on a lot of people's agenda.
Yeah.
We're actually, like you're saying, we're blessed in this regard, but probably 80% of people aren't, or 90.
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be being in a monastery. It doesn't need to be it doesn't need to be the Benedict option, because what you need to do, and it doesn't need to be you move somewhere. It needs to be where you are. You need to local connections are important. You cannot replace decade-long name recognition in a town. You can't replace it. And you need to do, if you don't already have it, you need to establish it for your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Wherever you. Now, I'm not saying if you're in Manhattan, like you should probably. There are some places that are DOA. They're dead on arrival. You need to get out and you need to relocate. Now, where you should relocate is probably, if you're living in Manhattan, it's probably because you relocated to Manhattan from what you felt like was a podunk town somewhere else in the Midwest or in the South, and you hated it and wanted to get out. That's probably where you need to go back to. Yeah. Because your family that you rejected probably spent a lot of time building a good reputation in that town, and you thought you were too good for it.
Yeah.
And we have this in our generation time again. I'm speaking specifically to millennials here, because you see this with our age group.
You think for a long time the measure of success was being able to get out or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And to get to the cities that had the most entertainment and the soda sopas of the town, to reference South Park, the that had the Whole Foods and the fine eateries and stuff. That's what you want.
And the lofts.
Yeah, the lofts at Kenny's at Soda Sopa. And so those are the places that you probably need to consider returning to.